Hey y'all, I'm back. So I have made some art journals slash collage journals slash glue books slash kind of anything goes journals. Whatever you want to do with these. And I was inspired by Rosemary more. She's done quite a few of these, and I started looking through my stuff and I was like, that's just a great way to use up all this stuff I have. And because you just can't, when I go through my books and I make my kids' books and I pick out certain things, and it's just using all of it. It's just, I've accumulated way too much stuff, y'all. Just saying. So, this is a great way to use some of those things up. And I have all these really cool covers. Like I had a couple of covers that Rosemary used these same types of covers. I don't think I duplicated any of the ones she had, but this was just what I had. So I just thank you, Rosemary, for the inspiration, because this is just a great way to use up a lot of supplies and make something really cool. I thought they turned out really cool. So I have 5 of them. So I have the 2 of the Childcraft ones, okay? And what I did was, and the spines this one's a little more rounded than this one, but they're the same size. They just look a little bit, this one looks a little bit bigger for some reason. This spine curved a little bit more. So these 2 are, let's see, like 6 3/4 by 9, well, right at 10. And then these are 7 by like 10 1/4. So they're roughly the same sizes. So I made 5 of them, and I'm gonna flip through. It's random, totally random types of pages in here from all kinds of books. They all lay really, really flat. I did not pack them, I did not pack them so full that you can't work in them. And I also, my idea here was I put the eyelets at the, I hope I'm in frame. So I put the eyelet at the top and the bottom. So if you want to take, goodies and make you like a little folder or something and put it in here and then tie it in so that you can travel with it and take it with you, whatever you want to do. But there's approximately 100 pages, like 80 to 100 pages in each one. I did not sit through and count every one. But there's kids' book pages, of course. You're going to have kids' book pages. There's really old, 1947 encyclopedia. There's some of the pages that actually came from these. A couple that actually came from these Treasury learning books. Some floral calendar, craft book pages from the 70s. Mother Goose, floral books, sewing books, scrapbook paper, some Disney book pages that came from this. This is one of them, which is the Walt Disney stories from other lands. And I did the 5-hole pamphlet stitch on them, and let me tell you, I don't normally do that because I normally do smaller books, but that was a bear. Anyway, so there's, really beautiful images that you can work around in here, or you can totally gesso the whole thing and make it, you could still do this like a regular junk journal. It doesn't have to be a glue book. It doesn't have to be an art journal. It can be whatever you want it to be. But I put a nice variety of different textures and thicknesses of papers in here so that you can really play and just do a lot of fun stuff in. There's some really cool pages from some really old art books that I bought from Patty. There's little garden. In each one I did put, I only put 1 sheet of mixed media paper in there, but I thought I'd at least give you a sheet of that. There's this really cute, huge bedtime story book that Candy sent me a while back that I haven't used, and I'm gonna make envelopes out of some of it, but you know, I just can't use it all. So needlepoint, books, just really a ton of fun stuff in here for you to play with. And they all have, while all the pages will be different, they all have pages from the same types of things. The scrapbook paper is the only thing that's more, that'll be different in each one. And then there's a little Walmart bag in here. I did not cut this side open, but you can cut this side open and use it as a pocket if you want to. Or you can just, this is fun to paint on. I love painting on brown paper. Any kind of brown paper. Just a lot of fun stuff. This came from one of my favorite kids' books, and I just love, you know, I love this texture of this. It's a slick texture, and then you have the little images here. You can paint over this, but keep this. Just lots of possibilities for these. And I had a lot of fun making these, other than that stitching. Boy, that was tougher than I thought it was going to be, because I tend to, one thing I did, and I'll tell you a little trick. So I put washi tape on some of these because I put the pages back together, and that makes it more challenging when you go to bind a book, okay, because it's thicker to get your needle through. So I think that's where my struggle was with these, but these pages are in here, man. They're not going anywhere, and very sturdy book to work in. And you can see that I didn't pack them. You know, there's a lot in there, but there is a lot of room. Okay, there's a lot of room to grow and put stuff in. So that's the Childcraft. This was a storytelling book. And then here's the other Childcraft. And I'm just going to kind of, you know, you can just kind of get an idea of what's in here. Super fun. I love the way they turned out. So much. There are a few cut pages where I did some painting a while back. I had some pieces of that have just been sitting in my stash. Okay, so you can kind of see similar items in each book. And on these right here, this is a quilt. This is a vintage quilt. These are pieces that from the quilt that I got when I was in Texas. And then on the inside, I just used a linen. This is a piece of a linen tablecloth that I used on the inside binding, and then did this. And I stitched around these pieces before I glued them on. They all have the eyelets, so if you want to put things, you know, tie something in here to take along with you. Different size pages, as you can see. Maps. I had a lot of map pages. A lot of kids' book pages. There's some pages in here from a Russian art book too. Just a ton of fun stuff. Okay, so that's that one. And then on this particular one, I didn't care for this quilt fabric on this one, so these two are different. I picked some other fabrics. I thought this is really cool contrast. This is some of that feed sack, which I love. On this one, you got the eyelets on this one too, and there's 4 signatures in each one, but the same type of things. It's really, really cool. Cool stuff. And I love these. I love anything ocean theme. I started to save those for myself, and then I said, Carla, no. You need to use this stuff up. Use it up. Share it. Let somebody else play with some of these fun things. So, yeah. So that's that one. And like I said, they all lay nice. They all really lay nice and flat. They really do. You know, when you're working, if you have a smaller page, you can just clip. You know, you can just clip something there. But I really thought, and I've probably repeated myself 500 times, I really thought that they would also be fun. Just, you know, you can really just use them as a regular journal. It doesn't have to be, you know, an art journal. You can use it as a, what do they call those, Elizabeth, that you do? Faux-Benici. So you could use it as a Faux-Benici as well. So there's multiple use for these books. And we'll see if you guys are interested in them. I'm going to put them in the shop. And, you know, if there's a lot of interest, I have plenty of other books and pages, and I can do a lot more. So, really, really fun project. Really, really fun. I had a good time doing these, and I thought they turned out really cute. Now, also with that, I've made kind of like Rosemary did, and but my stuff is different. You know, the things that I have are different than what Rosemary has in her stash. But I put together a packet of book pages, dictionary pages, different images. There's a paint swatch in each one, so you'll get a package of goodies like this in each, with each book. And I'm also working on, I've got a bunch of fussy cut things that I thought I would make you some little packages of, like, I've got butterflies and some mushrooms and just little random bits and pieces also I'm going to add in here. I just haven't finished that yet. And another thing, I also put some, like, packaging, like tags, and I thought those would be fun to add. And then there's these little border pieces right here, which I think would be cool to add texture to a page and paint over them. You know, little bits and pieces of them here and there. Just a lot of fun stuff in here. A lot of fun things. Some gardening things in here. Some scrap pieces from the paper and the maps. So, and there's also, I put a signature, oops, sorry, hit my camera. I put, no, not a signature, but several pages from that history book that I just took apart. That has some really, really cool American history stuff and images, and a lot of great stuff in here for collage. Anyway, so that little pack of stuff will come with each one, and I'm going to try to get these. I may get the video up before I actually get them in my shop. I've got a pretty big weekend, so if you don't see them yet, I'm trying to figure out, I've never done the listing where you do one listing and you do like A, B, C, D, the selection. I think I'm going to try to do it like that. So just be patient if you are interested. They'll be in there eventually sometime this weekend. Anyway, thanks guys. I appreciate you. Let me know what you think of these, and whether you like them or, you know, not, or whether you would be interested in seeing more. I have a ton of, let me show you real quick all the other, some of the other cover options that I have. I wasn't prepared to do this part, but I think there were some other ones I thought about doing. Like I have this cover. I have some covers like, well, this is the only one I have like this, but so I have this cover, and then I have some of those craft book covers. I have Mother Goose. These are larger, but they'd be fun. I have this Golden Songbook. I have another Childcraft cover. I have this vintage from the late 60s, early 70s garden cover. And I mean, I just have a whole lot more. I thought these would be really cool, but they are big. So I wasn't sure if that was just too big, because they're like 8 3/4 by 10 3/4. But yeah, so I have another one of those. And I was gonna do some flow books with these, but I wanted to kind of gauge interest. I just think I love these images on these books. So if that's something that you guys would be interested in, let me know. And I have even more covers, you know, so it's ridiculous. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.